Hello, this is Mitch Montgomery, agronomist in Northwest Iowa with Golden Harvest. And I'm here to talk to you a little bit today with corn at the R2.5 growth stage. We're between blister and milk. When we think about the R2.5 stage in these 3 years, we have a ear at R2, an ear at R3, and the center is about halfway in between. So roughly we're about 2 weeks after silking here, roughly about 10 days after silking here, roughly about 18 days after silking. At this stage, we've uptaken 80+% of the nitrogen and potassium that'll go into this corn plant, but we'll also see substantial amounts of phosphorus as well as sulfur and some others that are needed to finish up. We're a little less susceptible to stress at R2.5 versus, say, silking and early silking and right after pollination. But at this stage, under stress, carbohydrate stress, we can still see some kernel abortion, just not nearly to the extent we see it right after silking. You see a transition in color from the silks that were in the husk. The outside, we're starting to get close to brown silk at this point. We're starting to develop some color in the kernels, especially here, the older kernels towards the base of the ear. And as I said, a lot less susceptible to stress at this point, but we still can see some issues. And I'm here to talk to you today about R4 soybeans. Soybean reproductive stage R4 is defined as when pods in the top 4 nodes, one of the top 4 nodes, are at least 3/4 of an inch long. And this particular soybean that you see here, we're just a little past that, but we're not quite to R5 yet. So again, pods on one of the top 4 nodes are at least 3/4 of an inch long. The R4 stage will generally last around 9 days, but it can have a relatively wide range from 1 to even 3 weeks, depending on the variety. At this stage, soybeans are very susceptible to stress. At this point, we've taken up nearly 60% of potassium that will go into the soybean plant, but nearly every other nutrient, we've only taken up about half. But we do have a lot more nutrient to take up, and we have a lot of reallocation from the stems, petioles, leaves to then go into the pods. We're at one of the most rapid pod filling stages of the soybean's life, and we're very susceptible to stress. So by this time, we do want to have our fungicide applications done, and it's really important that we avoid potential stresses if possible, and inversely, if we do have stresses happen this time of year, we have severe drought stress at this time of the year, R4, R5, we can have some of the highest yield losses associated with that. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to your local Golden Harvest sales representative or GHX specialist, or go to goldenharvestseeds.com. Thank you.